It's been a while. If you're new here, my name is Ashton. If you're not new here, nice to see you again. This spring, I've been taking a break from making YouTube videos, and it's been a much needed break just with all the things that I have to work on. YouTube was one that I just needed to place on the back burner for a little while, and I wanted to come back on because I just have a lot of thoughts I feel like I want to share in the form of a studio vlog. So you'll get to see some of the things that I've been working on and doing. And I also wanted to share some of the helpful things I've been doing to kind of make deposits in the bank of my creativity. The first one is taking a break from YouTube and social media in general, I would say. I've actually been posting on Instagram lately, but in general, that's not something I do a lot. And I think taking a backseat from creating content in one medium or another is always helpful for me. So taking a little break here has been good for me. Another thing I've been doing is really focusing on spring decluttering my studio this year. So if you've seen my studio space, you know I have a small room. It's about 10 feet by 10 feet wide. So it's a good size for an office, but it's not huge. And for all of the different activities that I do in my business, the space really has to be multifunctional because I'm usually working on different projects in the same day. Like I might be filming a class or filming a video, as well as designing something on my computer, as well as packing orders for my shop. And so I have to be able to do those things all in one day. And so the space definitely has to be multifunctional. And with all those different activities, I'm sure you can imagine, I tend to collect a lot of different things, many of which are essential, but many of which are probably not essential. So I'm constantly trying to declutter and reevaluate. That all sort of culminated last weekend when I came into my studio and it was a complete disaster, and I realized that was probably the reason why I was feeling overwhelmed with everything that I needed to do. So I took the time to just clean up, remove everything from the floor. I don't know about you, but I feel like when you have things on the floor, that is a sign of messiness, because to me, even if things are hung up on the wall or put away in a drawer, it's not as obvious that there's a mess, but when you're tripping over things on the floor, I would say that's a pretty obvious sign that you have a mess. So I picked up everything and found homes for everything, or decided to let go of items and donate items. So decluttering has been a big deposit in the well of creativity for me, because I find it a lot easier to come into my studio and create something when I have an empty desk, when I have space to create and, room to move things around and grab whatever supplies that I need to work on the project. Another thing that's been really boosting my creativity is this pocket art journaling project I've embarked on. So I've been art journaling daily in a little pocket sketchbook, and this has been a habit that's really unlocked a lot of different things for me, and it's been kind of surprising. But art journaling is something I've been doing for years, and I've taught classes on it. But when I decided to distill it down to this pocket journal, and also decided that I would just create for 10 minutes or less every day, that was really helpful, because a lot of times when it comes to art and different projects that I'm working on, I can make it really difficult in my head, when in reality, if I will just sit down for 5 to 10 minutes, I'm always amazed at what I can do. So this has been so helpful to me that I'm actually developing it into my next class on Skillshare. So I'll actually show students how to create this habit for themselves, how to pick out supplies to use, and we'll go through a 7-day journaling challenge together, journaling in just 10 minutes a day using, drawing, painting, collage, and learning how to create that creative habit. So I'm really excited about the class, and I've just been full on working on that, creating the project and filming, editing, all the things. This is the setup I've been using to get B-roll for my class. A couple of books, and then we have the cup that I normally keep my paintbrushes in. So I just have my phone propped between this jar and this paintbrush. Just kind of getting like a side view of what I'm doing over here. Seems to be working. So if you are at all interested in watching my class, I will leave a link below where you can follow me on Skillshare, and That link will also include a 30-day free trial of Skillshare, so you can take my classes as well as the many other classes on Skillshare. It's been wild to me how those things, taking a break, working in just 10 minutes a day, and then decluttering, has really opened up a lot of space for me to come up with new ideas. It seems like it should be obvious, but I think there's times as artists where we just feel like there are no new ideas and everything's been done, or maybe our best work is behind us. And then you kind of figure out some tools and tactics to push past that artist block and get over it and just start creating again. So those are the things that I found that have been working for me, and I wanted to share them here in case they are helpful for you too. I hope that you've enjoyed this chill studio vlog and just kind of catching up. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again in my next video. Bye!